also had to purchase was a pack of pens in either blue or black ink. This was the pack that I spotted first, so this is the pack that I purchased. These are big crystal, extra smooth pens. You can't go wrong with big. I always thought that big pens were quite lovely. The crystal pens, because they have that clear plastic cylinder over the pen itself. To me, it just always looked so elegant and lovely. And I was really bad to chew on the cap for these pens. My mom would get mad at me because they'd have teeth marks on them. Just like, quit chewing on the cap. Big fight for your right. According to this package, these pens are up to 35% smoother, featuring Easy Glide System ink for ultra smooth writing. They're 35% smoother than something. 35% smoother than writing with a railroad spike dipped in ink. I don't know, but it's fabulous. You get 10 of these pens in this package, and I think they were only 99 cents, so basically 10 cents per big crystal. Extra smooth. Lovely. I only had to buy one of those. Now this, of course, is a staple for especially elementary school kids. Glue sticks. Oh my goodness, my kids are both out of elementary school now. I had to buy so many glue sticks for them, oh my word. And see, I was a stepmom to 3 other kids before I had mine. So I've been buying glue sticks for many years. Oh my goodness. Goes back almost 20 years. I've been buying glue. I wish I knew how many of these I've purchased in my life, how many glue sticks I've bought. It's got to be hundreds. So now these are from Elmer's. Everybody remembers Elmer's, I'm sure. It has that weird looking mutant cow head on it. I always thought that cow looked kind of strange. When I was in school though, you just had the bottles of glue, just the Elmer's glue. We didn't have these fabulous glue sticks. Now these are washable, disappearing purple glue sticks. We get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 glue sticks in this packet. Now they do have other packages of glue sticks with different numbers of glue sticks in it. But it just so happens that for this child, I needed exactly 6, so this one was perfect. These are great according to the back here. If you look at the back, they're great for school projects, artwork, paper, fabric, decorations, and mount pictures. They are disappearing purple. I like that because you can see how much of the area you've covered with the glue stick with the purple. That's really nice. Elmer's glue sticks. Now you can get the less expensive glue sticks and save a little bit of money. It's from Westcott. It's a metal ruler. It has both standard and metric measurements on it. Here. And then the weird one is here. This is the right one. On the back, we have cork. It's very lovely. I have one of these. I use it in my work frequently. I have printouts of charts that I have to look at line by line. And I want to make sure I don't, I want to make sure I'm looking at the right row. So I have a red Westcott ruler just like this that I use. And I have it downstairs in my little home office area. So it's kind of nice to find another one of these here. And it has a little hole in it if you want to get fancy and hang it from something. You certainly can do that. Or you could have a really exotic pendant. You could hang this from your necklace or make an earring if you like. I don't know if the child I'm buying this for will be doing that, but it's always an option. Lovely. Love these metal rulers. They're more sturdy than the plastic ones. When my kids had the plastic ones, it seemed like they always got broken. So these are more sturdy. I like these better. So that's why I got that one. We also have a container of paint. These are washable watercolors from Crayola, and they come in their own case. Look at that. Isn't that nice? And there's a brush in there. We have 8 washable watercolors. Oh, that purple is pretty. Look at that. All of the colors are just lovely. One of the kids required an 8-pack container of watercolors. So we have these here. Now these are from Crayola. Typically, if I have to purchase anything like crayons or markers, I always get Crayola because it's better. There are less expensive brands you can get, but they're just, in my opinion, they just don't compare. They're nowhere near as good as this. Kind of like the ruler. You can hang this right here. Look, here's a little thing where you can hang it from something like this. You can make a necklace or an earring if you like. It would be quite colorful. And it has a cover on it. And back here you can see the hinges where it's attached to the bottom part down here. And the underside has these little feet. It's like a tiny stretcher. See? A little tiny stretcher. These were quite inexpensive. I think they were only $2.29, and that's for the Crayola brand. And again, you might be able to get rose art, which if you like rose art, I apologize, but to me the rose art stuff just is not as good. You might be able to get the rose art 8-pack of watercolors for $2, but I think Crayola is just better. So I always try to get Crayola products if I can find them. So watercolors. Funny thing is, I was thinking about it. I don't think in all of my years of buying school supplies I had 3 stepkids, and then I had 3 more in my kids. I don't think in purchasing school supplies all those years, I don't think I ever had to buy watercolors for anybody. I think this is the first time I've ever had to buy these. So that was kind of interesting. Because I remember seeing it on the list and thinking, is that what the regular school supply stuff? And it was. And of course, oh my goodness. Now this is a very, very popular item. Crayons. This is a pack of 24 Crayola crayons. And you can see all the colors on the top of the box. Isn't that neat? You can see what you're going to get in there. This time of year, I will tell you this too, even if you don't need school supplies, this is a wonderful time of year to buy office supplies like paper, pens, things like that. You can probably get them a bit cheaper right now than normal. You might be able to save a little bit of money if you stock up on some stuff right now. So we have Crayola crayons, and right now these are very inexpensive. I believe you can get these for about 49 cents. They're really cheap. 49 cents per box. Yes, it's really cheap. And there was an item on, okay, the lists I had. One was for a 6-year-old, one was for an 8-year-old, and one was for a 12-year-old. There was an item, I think, on the 6-year-old's list that I had a little confusion about. So I had to get clarification, and it turned out, oh shoot, I just realized I got the wrong thing. Shoot, I'm gonna have to go back, but I'll show you what I did get. The list said she needed 5x8 index cards. It was supposed to be 3x5 lined index cards, but I just realized I got blank ones. Whoops. It's okay. I would get a pack of lined index cards and exchange these. But these are from Pen Plus Gear, which I think is it's a Walmart brand, but with index cards, I'm not really that worried about it. I mean, I don't really know that some other brand would be better than these. So in this pack, these are the 3-inch by 5-inch index cards. You get 100 of these, and they were only 49 cents for 100 index cards. That's fabulous. They are made of improved, heavier weight paper. That's a relief. I'm kidding. I have no idea what they were like before. Probably not all that different. So we have index cards. I think only one kid needed index cards. Just that pack. I also had to buy several packs of just plain colored pencils. And again, I went with the Crayola colored pencils, and right now you can get these for only 99 cents per box. It's fabulous. Preferred by teachers. And that's been my experience, like I said. The teachers I've talked to, if they express a preference for items like this, they all prefer Crayola. But they always say, I'll take whatever I can get. But I really like the Crayola better. And I find that they do work better than most other brands of colored pencils. They come pre-sharpened, which is really nice. And you have this smile right here under the Crayola, and you can see the colors in here. And they have them listed on the back. It says that they have a bright, bold colors. Wonderful colors. Look at that. You have brown, white, black, red, orange, orange, yellow, green, sky blue, and violet or purple. But again, you can see them right here in the smile. See? Looks like my teeth after Halloween night, because I've eaten all the candy. Like that. So I bought several packets of Crayola colored pencils as well. And some people were asking me, why are you doing your back to school shopping now? Personally, I'm the kind of person, when I get a list of things, I want to get right on it. I don't want to wait. I love to get things done, check things off that list. It makes me very happy. Plus, most of the stores have their back to school items out already. And I find it's better to go and get your items before all those aisles get all trashed and everything is all messy and you can't find anything and it's all picked over. I like to go now while everything is fresh. It's just been put out. It's all organized and lovely and you can find everything. Plus, school here starts next month. So, it's really not that far off. And I have to have time to get everything for these kids and deliver the items, because not only did I get back to school stuff, I bought some other items as well. And most of them I ordered on Amazon, and I had to make sure I had enough time to get them here, in time. So we're going to be looking at those in separate videos coming up really soon, because I need to get this stuff delivered. So you're probably going to get sick of this stuff over the next few days. Another item mentioned specifically, Fiskars Scissors. The small Fiskars Scissors like this. These are very inexpensive this time of year. for less than $1. It's wonderful. The #1 teacher recommended brand. Now, this particular type of scissors is recommended for children ages 4 and up. It's wonderful. Now, I got these in green. I think the other pair I got was blue. They didn't have a lot of color choices, but I went with one pair in green and one pair in blue from Fiskars. And it says here, Fiskars is the #1, it's the world's #1 scissors brand. I didn't know that. That's interesting. But they had a lot. They also have specially decorated Fiskars scissors. If you want to spend a little bit more money, you can get some that maybe have a camouflage pattern, or they're just a little bit more fancy than just the plain ones. Yeah, so they come in a variety of types. Now, this is another item that is frequently requested: pink erasers. These are from Pink Pearl from Paper Mate. These have been around forever. I remember using these when I was in school 100,000 years ago. Oh my gosh, I have been out of high school longer than most of you have been alive, if you can believe it. I can't even believe it. But in this pack, you get 3 of these pink erasers. It says that these erasers are 100% latex free. They are smudge resistant, and they deliver a clean finish. Nice. You get 3 large erasers in this package. Now, the school supply lists only asked for 2. But the first packages of erasers that I spotted were these that had 3. So they're going to get an extra eraser. I love it when it works out that way. You get more than you asked for. Now, this is not an item you see frequently on school supply lists, or from my experience, it's not. Binder clips. I think it was the 8-year-old, his list said that they needed large binder clips. And these are the large binder clips. They're 2 inches. They're pretty good size in here. So I purchased a box of large binder clips from Pen Plus Gear, or Pen Gear, or whatever. I don't know. They weren't too much. But again, that's not an item that you see frequently on school supply lists. I had to go to the office supply section to find these. They were not with the regular back to school stuff, because again, I don't think this is a common thing that they ask for. But that 8-year-old had it on his list, so okay. Another item that was on 2 of the lists was highlighters. One of them, I think, said they needed a pack of highlighters in different colors, and then the other one, I think, said they needed 3 highlighters of different colors. So I just bought 2 of these. See? These are Sharpie highlighters. These are fancy. Look at, wow. I'd never seen this type before. These highlighters are liquid highlighters, and they have ink indicators on them. Right here. It has a visible ink supply. They have a versatile chisel tip that is perfect for highlighting, underlining, or writing notes. And you get, I like this blue one, isn't that pretty? Wow, you get 5 colors in this pack, so that should be more than enough for both, because I got 2 of these, so each kid gets 1 of these packs, like this one. Now you're gonna get this pretty pink right here, orange, yellow, green, and blue. I really like that blue one. And they also have a little place down here where you could put a string or something through them if you wanted to. You know what you could do? You can make a really fancy necklace. You could put highlighters on it. You could put the ruler on it. You could put the watercolor paints on it. You could just have the crazy is for me. And I talked to Glenda, the good witch, my current ex-husband, and I said, "You're not going to believe what you can buy this year." He said, "What?" I said, "Trapper keepers." He said, "No way." I said, "Yes." And I said, "I'm going to get you one." He said, "Okay." Thank you. So I'm going to show you the one I got for him. This is the one I got for him. This kind of looked like something that he would like. And you can see, look at that design. They smell exactly the same. You remember what they smelled like? They still smell like that. The original Trapper Keeper. I love these. They're about $10 at Walmart. I got these at Walmart. I think they were $9.99. And they had several different designs. And I was at a different Walmart today, and they had even more designs that they did not have at the other Walmart I went to. So if you have more than one Walmart, you might want to check, because you might find different designs at different stores. Now they still have Velcro in here. Let me pop this open. It's Velcro. It's loud. That was surprisingly loud. I think I scared myself. They look exactly the same on the inside as they did, as you remember. They haven't changed. They are exactly the same. Remember these folders? The Trapper Keeper portfolio. We have the name and the subject. There's a blue one in here. And a black one too. Oh, I used to love picking out my Trapper Keeper every year. I would get so excited. And then on the back, they still have this little clipboard thing back here. They really did. They made them exactly the same. And you still have this little pocket right here on the inside of the front cover. I don't know what he's going to do with it. I don't know what I'm going to do with mine, but I will put some of my work documents in it or something. I don't know. I couldn't believe it. This is so cool. This is the coolest thing. So I thought he would like this kind of an 80s looking, with the lasers and the geometric pattern. Yeah, I thought he would like this one. The rest of them, they were either too brightly colored or just too girly looking, and I thought he wouldn't like these. But this one I thought was perfect. So this is the one I got him. I'm going to show you the one I got for myself. Here's the design. Here's what it looks like. Isn't that awesome? That is just so 80s. I love it. If I had seen this back when I was a kid and I was looking for one, I would have totally picked this one out. Now the Trapper Keepers I had, the last one I remember the last one I had was just plain blue. It was not a light blue, kind of just a medium, true blue color. It was just solid blue. But I had one that was green, and then it had a picture of a brown horse, like a baby horse or something on the front of it. It might have been like the mommy horse and the baby, or just the mommy. It had at least one brown horse on the front of it. And I had one year, I think, that had a unicorn on it. I had several, and my mom would let me get a new one every year. And I would wear that thing out. I would use it all year. But this is mine. I love the color purple on this Trapper Keeper. It's nice. Oh, this one has a different colored folder on the inside. Let me open it up. I'll show you. Man, I tell you what, this Velcro is loud. You're not going to keep it secret if you open this thing in class. Look at that pretty purple folder. Now it may look black, but it's actually super dark purple. Because see, this one's black, so you might be able to see a difference, but it's a very pretty dark purple. And then, of course, the pocket up here. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy about my Trapper Keeper. I asked my kids if they wanted one. I showed it to them, and they both said, "What would I do with that?" Are you kidding me? I guess appreciate these things. Trapper Keeper. Okay, I sort of took a little detour there. We still have some regular school supply stuff. Now, one common item on school supply lists is dry erase markers. Now, there was some confusion in my shop with me videos. Some people were not sure what dry erase markers were. You use dry erase markers to write on whiteboards, and a lot of classrooms have big whiteboards, and they use these markers because the way they're made, you can just take the eraser and it just wipes it off the board. So instead of a chalkboard, they have just a whiteboard, and it has the shiny surface on it, and you can use these dry erase markers, and it comes right off. And the brand that I always get is Expo, just because I have used whiteboards a great deal in my time, and I find that the Expo markers are just the best. I mean, they just work better than any other brand I've ever tried. So, I wouldn't give the teachers something that I wouldn't want to use. I would give them what, if I were the teacher, I'd give the teachers what I would want to get if I were the teacher. The Expo markers are the best. They just are. So, two of the kids had dry erase markers on their list. One of them needed black dry erase markers, and the other one, I think, it didn't specify what color they had to be, because you can actually get them either way. Now, this package has multiple colors. You have black, red, blue, and there's a green one in there. And then this pack is just all black markers. So this will be for the one that needed the black dry erase markers. And this one is for the kid who, the teacher with the list asked for dry erase markers, but it didn't specify. You still get two black dry erase markers in there, and two blue ones, and a red one, and a green one. So, you have these dry erase markers. And the good thing about buying supplies like this time of year, you see a lot of bonus packs. Like this pack includes 2 bonus markers for free. So, it's a good time to, if you buy stuff like this, it may be a good time to stock up on stuff. You may be able to get a little bit more of a bang for your buck right now. Perhaps. And then we had good old composition books. Yes. I think I had to buy these for 2 of the kids. Now, this particular one is college ruled. I think I had to get 2 of these for the 7th grader, the 12-year-old. The college ruled. So I had pages stuck in the pockets. My notebook was about that thick at the end of the year. I used one of just, he said, for this class, you are going to need a 5-subject notebook for this class. You will be doing a lot. And that notebook was about twice as thick at the end of the year. I loved that class. And I never liked history before. I had him in my junior year for U.S. history and loved it. I never had any interest in it before that. I always thought history was boring, like it was just memorizing dates, and I didn't like it until I had his class. And then I couldn't wait to take his advanced world history class. It was great. It was the first time I ever really enjoyed history, and I got out of there with almost a 100 for that class. It was a high A. I remember I graduated. I think I finished that class with like a 98 or something. Man, I loved every minute of it. I wish everybody could have teachers like that. I was very lucky. I had some fantastic teachers. I felt the same way about my English teacher and my French teacher. I loved them. I mean, they changed my life. They really did. They really, and I had some teachers in middle school that got me interested in learning, and I owe them a lot. And I went back after I graduated to thank them and tell them, thank you, because you changed my life. Yeah, I went to college in large part because of those teachers. Otherwise, I don't know that I would have. So anyway, sorry, this notebook, I just holding it just now made me think about that, and I just felt like telling you. Gosh, man, that was a great year. I loved it. I had a great high school experience. I learned a lot. So that is the 5-star, 5-subject notebook. And if you get bored, you can work out with it. Also, I think it was the 7th grader, I believe. She also needed a 1-subject notebook with pockets. Well, I also found this 5-star, and it had to be college ruled, I believe. College ruled notebook. And it does have pockets, yeah. So inside here you're going to find these pockets. And I like these too because they have these poly covers, and they're a lot more durable than the paper covers. They last through the year. And I also know that I was mindful kind of the colors of the folders and stuff, because I know the 12-year-old, the 7th grader, she doesn't like brightly colored stuff. So I tried to stick with stuff that was a little darker, like this. This is navy blue, and the 5-subject notebook has a black cover. So I know she didn't want like neon pink or anything like that. So I got this dark blue one for her. I tried to get stuff that they won't hate looking at it all year. Now this one is gonna seem weird if you're not used to doing these school supply lists, but another item that you typically see on these lists is Ziploc bags. And specifically, especially for elementary school kids. And a lot of time, honestly, especially for the small kids, they're going to ask for these to put soiled clothes in. If they, have an accident during the day, they can just put the dirty stuff in here and give it to the parent. That, for the younger kids, is what a lot of these bags get used for. That's why you get into middle school, you don't really see them asking for these anymore. But these, okay, 2 of the kids, I believe the elementary school kids, the 1st grader and the 3rd grader, needed zipper seal bags, gallon size. So I found these great value ones here, because again, these bags are going to get used once, and you don't have to get fancy with these bags. Fresh seal double zipper bags with a snap and click closure. You get 40 bags in here. And I don't imagine they're going to need more than 40 bags for any one kid. So, but one reason why they ask for so much stuff, and this is another question, like, why do you have to provide 6 boxes of crayons for one kid? Well, those supplies mainly will go into a general supply closet for that teacher, and it's going to supply the entire class. Now, a lot of parents are not able to afford school supplies, and some parents just don't. They just don't. So, and I know several teachers, and I know that a lot of them have to spend money out of their own pocket to provide stuff that they don't get. It's a shame that they have to do that, but they do. So, I know with my kids, I try to provide as much as I can. So the teachers hopefully won't have to do that, or they won't have to buy as much. So we have this 40-pack box of bags, and I bought 2 of these, one for each of the kids that had this on their list. Now the 7th grader did not have this on her list, so we didn't have to get her any. And I think they all needed Post-it notes. This is one of the packs. I bought, however many it was, 5 or 6 packs of Post-it notes. I got them in different colors. They said Post-it notes of any size, so I think I got this size. I feel that this is a good kind of an all-around general purpose size of Post-it note. It's not too big, not too small. You can write quite a bit on that one Post-it note. They're 3 inches square, and I got several packs of these in different colors. So Post-it notes, always fun. And then I think it was only the 1st grader that needed markers. And again, Crayola. And in the smile, you can see the colors. Yay! Now, I always buy washable markers. A lot of times they don't specify, but I like these better because, especially if you have little kids, they draw on themselves. They get it on their clothes. It just get the washable markers. Now, these are the 10 classic colors of markers. Here you get orange, yellow, brown, violet or purple, red, blue, black, pink, gray, and green. And see, it comes off hands, clothes, and walls. If you have one of those really rambunctious kids that draw on everything. So I think I only had to get 1 pack of markers. I think it was just for the 1st grader. I don't know. I think that was the only one I had to buy. The washable ones are a little bit more expensive than the regular ones, but I get them just because. Now, pencils. I do think they all needed pencils, so we got multiple packs of Ticonderoga pencils. These are the best. This is what I give my kids because they're really wonderful. They sharpen better. They're made out of better wood. They're latex. The eraser is latex free. These just, a lot of the cheaper pencils, you go to sharpen them and they just fall apart. It's just awful. So yeah, we have Ticonderoga number 2 pencils. Yay! So yeah, I think all 3 kids needed pencils, so they're getting multiple packs of Ticonderoga pencils. These are wonderful. You can definitely get cheaper pencils, but in my opinion, you get what you pay for. That's why they get the good ones. Also, the 2 younger kids needed an 8x5, or whatever size this is. It's 8 and 5/8 inches by 5 3/4 inches box. Here, they each needed an 8x5 box. So I got one like this, and the other one is kind of a dark pink color. And this is something they can put their crayons in, pencils, whatever. And typically, I know for my kids, this would stay in their desk at school, and they put the kid's name on it, and this would just be your personal supplies packet that you keep in your desk, like the little storage part under your desk there. They would have this under there. So I got a blue one and sort of a dark pinkish one. The middle schooler did not need a box, so I didn't get her one. And now this is another item. This joker's heavy. Now we got 3 of these. Disinfecting wipes. These are Lysol disinfecting wipes. You can also get Clorox or store brand, as long as it's a disinfecting wipe. Each kid, their school supply list called for 3 containers of wipes. don't want to be sick for your birthday. You can't keep him down. He's not. He can't. No, you won't keep him down for long. But that's the first time I've heard of somebody being sick with something other than COVID in probably over a year. Seriously, it's crazy. But this is for the school, and the teachers have to wipe down stuff constantly, and they use these up. They will use these up. They are constantly wiping everything, doorknobs, handles, surfaces, kids, just whatever. Everything. Kids are just gross. I love kids, but they're gross. So thinking these are just something really quick they can grab, and wipe down whatever. So I have no problem providing these. Anything to help keep the germs and junk down. I'm all for it. Okay. I did have to get some binders. Here's an example of one of the binders that I got. Now this is a 1-inch binder here. I also had to get a 3-inch binder. Just imagine this one, but larger. This one holds 220 sheets. Now one of the requirements for this binder was that it had to have a pocket on the front to put a sheet in it, saying what the binder was. Whoop. So we have that. There's even one on the back. I mean, if you wanted to put something in there, you could. But this is a pen plus gear binder. This is one of the heavy duty ones with the D rings in it. These I think are just better quality binders. You can get cheaper ones, but these are really great. Yeah, see the D ring, and it holds more sheets than the standard round ring binder. Yeah, very nice. The chipboard is made from 100% recycled paper, so you know it's good. So I got that one, and I also got a massive 3-inch binder. Just imagine, it's big. It's over there. I'll get it. Okay, I got it. Whoa. This joker is massive. Wow. Now this one is from Avery. I don't know that Pen Plus Gear makes a 3-inch binder. When I was looking at Walmart the other day for the 3-inch binders, I didn't see any from Pen Plus Gear. They did have up to 2 inches, but I didn't see a 3-inch. But anyway, if you're talking about a binder that has to be this big, I mean, I really want it to be really super great. This is a heavy duty cover, heavy duty binder for extended use. It has a Dura hinge that resists tears. One touch open and close. Is made from the board is made from recycled materials. But this is a really heavy duty binder. This thing is gonna get her through the year. I think it was for the 7th grader. Yeah, I think I have a kid that's going into 7th grade this year, but I don't have school supply lists for either of my kids yet, and I'm starting to get a little antsy. Like, if I ever get one, we'll go shopping again, because I'm gonna have to get more stuff for them. But yeah, I want to know what, because I don't know what he needs yet. These kids they don't even live around here. They're someone that I know. It's like I know someone who goes to church with these people, so I don't actually know them. I know a little about them, but yeah, they already have their school supply lists, and I don't know what's going on here, but I have yet to get supply lists for my kids. Now, another thing that they need, which seems weird unless you've done these lists before, and then it's like, yeah, it's true. Tissues. I'm honestly surprised they don't ask for toilet paper. I've seen paper towels on these lists. Tissues are always on there. Like, why don't you just ask us to provide the toilet paper and mop buckets and mops and cleaners and buffers and everything else for damn school? If they spend any more money on education, we're not going to be able to afford it. I mean, like, it seems like the more money that gets put into education, the more the parents have to provide. It's weird, because back when I was in school, we didn't have to provide all this stuff. 30 years ago, my parents would have laughed sticks. We didn't have to do all that. It wasn't always like this. And they were spending less on education then, so I don't get it. It must be that new math. Wow. I can tell you this though. This is totally off track, but I have to tell you. I have, or my mom had it, I don't know where it is now, a report card from my grandmother when she was in the 8th grade. She only went through the 8th grade, and then she had to drop out of school to help with the family farm. They had a, they basically had a farm for themselves, and she dropped out after 8th grade. It was very common. She was born in 1910, so it was very common back then. Her 8th grade year was the last year she went to school, and she went to the stereotypical, like a one-room schoolhouse where you had one teacher and they taught all the kids in that area. So she would have 10 to 15 kids of, from little bitty up to, however old. That one teacher would have to teach all the kids. And so I saw my grandmother's report card. She made like all good grades, like really great. She was learning Latin. She could write in cursive. She was doing math that I didn't do until I got to high school in a little one-room schoolhouse. My grandmother got a better education than a lot of kids do today on a budget about that big. So and I was looking at, my mom had some of her assignments, she actually had some of the homework that my grandmother did. She wouldn't believe it. She was writing whole paragraphs and stuff in Latin, in cursive, and like an 8th grader. It's like, dang. It's amazing. I don't mean to get off track, but I saw that and I'm just going, okay. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just saying we could do better. But we have 2 of the kids needed 2 boxes of tissue each. So I got this 4-pack, and I'm just going to split this up. So 2 will get, one kid will get 2, and then the other kid will get 2. So that will be enough. I don't think the one of the kids didn't have tissues on their list, but the other 2 did, and they each needed 2 boxes each. So I personally prefer this. This is the kind I buy here. The puffs with lotion. I love these. They're so great. Or Kleenex with lotion, but puffs is really good. This is usually what I get. And again, like I say, I buy what I would buy for myself, or if I were a teacher, what I would want. I know these are good, so that's what I got. And it's the big rectangular boxes too. We have 4 of them here, so again, it's just going to be split between the 2 kids. And then when we went shopping the other day, I was not able to find all of the folders, but I went to a different Walmart earlier today, and I was able to get all of the folders. Now, you can get paper folders. I don't like the paper folders because they tear up, they wear out, and you have to replace them. I would rather just go ahead and get the poly folders, like these plastic ones. They don't tear up like the paper ones. They're great. So for 2 of the kids, I had to get folders. And for one of them, they needed, I think they needed prongs, or they had to have the place where you could put paper in there. A red one, yellow one, green one, and a blue one. The only bad thing about these though is that they slide around everywhere. They're very slippery. But you can take a Sharpie marker and write whatever on them. So I was able to get the 4 colors of this type of folder right here. That was for one of the kids. And then the other one needed folders with pockets but no prongs. Like, why does it matter? Just don't use them. But okay, same colors. I was for myself. This was at Walmart. Look at this. It's a limited edition Sharpie collection. Look at these beautiful markers. You get these ultra fine ones over here and then the fine ones here. But look at the pretty colors. I love it. This is just a really cool collection of colors. These are colors that you don't see very often. So I think this was about $10 for this set. Now, the 7th grader likes to draw, but she does pencil drawings. If she did anything with these, I would have gotten her a set of these too. But that is everything for the school supply list. Now I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do in the coming days. Alright. I have so much stuff in my room. Oh my gosh. I think it's almost all here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 3 more videos. I'm going to do a video for the 6-year-old. I'm going to show you all the stuff I got for her, including her school supplies. The 8-year-old, everything for him and his school supplies. Also, he wanted to get something special for his mom. I'm going to show you what I got. And I'm going to do a video for the 12-year-old. I'm going to show you everything that I got for her as well. So those are going to be separate videos. And I want to go ahead and get them done quickly so I can get the stuff to the family as soon as possible. I'm trying to work that out right now. So those are coming. And I'm going to do whispered and soft spoken. So I'm going to do maybe one is a whisper, one is soft spoken. I'm just going to alternate because some people don't like whispers, but some people don't like soft spoken. So